Hey, Lindy.
Hi there.
Hey, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. My name is Lindy Munson. I am a school counselor at East Noble High School. I've been at East Noble, I think this is going to be my 25th year that I'm starting at East Noble. I started as a nursing student in 1995 at the University of Indianapolis and decided pretty quickly that helping was what I wanted to do, but maybe not sick people. So I switched my major to psychology, graduated in 1999, and then went on to get my master's in school counseling and I graduated at St. Francis in Fort Wayne in 2002. And so now, after 20 some years of being here, I'm just kind of looking to spread my wings a little and look at other opportunities that are available for maybe when I want to retire. And Butler has a really cool program where school counselors can get their licensed mental health certificate. And so that's kind of what I'm looking to do in the fall.
Wow, that's really fun. And I just want to know, you were talking about your career in school counseling, you love to help. Were there any specific experiences maybe that pushed you into that career path?
When I did some nursing rotations, there were just parts of it that I wasn't a fan of. I felt like the nurses did a lot of paperwork and less interactive experiences that I was wanting, and so I knew with school counseling I would have a lot of opportunities to interact and maybe a little less paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You were very good at interacting with people. And so I just want to know, when you were attending, I think you said like two or three different colleges now, what made each of those colleges stick out to you and why did you choose to
To
attend
pursue
there?
those. University of Indianapolis, I went primarily actually for their nursing program and the opportunity to move away from home and live on campus. It's a
Hmm.
small camp. It wasn't a big college, and I went to Central Noble High School. I went to a
Hmm.
small school, so I knew that I was comfortable in small settings. And so the University of Indianapolis had the big city, but the campus itself was pretty small. So that was the appeal for that. The University of St. Francis had a master's in school counseling program. I'd graduated, moved back home.
Hmm.
So it fit, it checked the boxes at that time as well.
I also want to highlight that you kind of came full circle. Like you started at Central Noble and then you went off to college, you Indianapolis, you went to St. Francis, then you came all the way back, which is also really touching as well. And I also want to bring up, I'm assuming you were waiting at your mailbox one day and then you get a letter from the Community Foundation. You open it and it says, "Congratulations, Lindy, you've won the Max and Elizabeth Rossler Memorial Scholarship." And I just want to know, what did that feel like?
I kind of felt like I won like the Publishers Clearinghouse. I was really excited. You watch you as a school counselor, I promote students all the time to
Mhm.
seek out opportunities with scholarships, and that comes to fruition for them. And we celebrate in my office. And so the opportunity for that feeling to be my own, my husband hung the certificate on the refrigerator, and he took pictures of it and texted it to our kids. And so it was a pretty joyful experience.
Exactly. And were there any specific words or ideas that kind of floated through your head during that time, or was it more so like a culmination, like everything was
Just excitement, and then
happening?
just a little bit of apprehension. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, this is real. Like you're really going to school now, and so you're going back to school. You haven't done this
Yeah.
in 20 some years, and so they're a little bit apprehensive. I didn't do online. I've never done an online class.
Hmm.
There's a little apprehension there. I'm
Yeah.
kind of old, so that piece of it followed the excitement, but the excitement overshadowed it.
And you spoke a little bit about how you celebrate with students in your office when they win. Did that maybe also help you kind of understand how excited they were in those moments because you had then just experienced what they experienced?
Yes. And it
Hmm.
just validated even more the reason that it's like practice what you preach. And
Hmm.
so it's like, I always am telling students, apply for scholarships, look for opportunities. And so if I'm not willing to do that myself, I feel like now I've done that and I can say, I've done this too. And look what
Hmm.
happened,
Yeah.
and recently, and as an older educator. And so I feel like I can walk the talk the walk, whatever that phrase is. I can do that now.
Yeah. Okay. And Lindy, looking back as a scholarship recipient, what do scholarships mean to you now?
Well, I have two children of my
Hmm.
own in college, and
Hmm.
so we're paying for two children in college. And so any scholarships they receive are a huge benefit to our household. And then me looking to pursue my certificate, then I also needed some additional funding. So now 3 of us are on the books for different colleges. So it just financially is really able to ease a burden that, maybe 5-10 years down the road when both of my kids are done with school, it wouldn't have been as necessary as it is now, but it's super helpful now.
Yeah, and you spoke that you've been at East Noble for 25 years. You've been to 3 colleges. You're pursuing your certificate. So I feel like you've had a lot of life experiences. You're very wise. And so I want to know, what would you go back and tell your past self?
I would probably tell my past self to just explore every opportunity, turn over every rock. In 1995, computers in houses weren't a thing. Dial-up internet was just kind of starting to show its face. And so the only way you really knew about scholarships was because it was available in the counseling office at your school, or there was this big book that you could check out from the office or the library, and it had addresses, and you had to type letters and mail them out to get an application, or you had to actually contact the college you were going to and ask them to send you stuff. And so I don't know that I worked really hard at that, because it just felt like a lot to do. And so I would probably, in hindsight, tell myself, turn over every rock, talk to everyone, find every opportunity. And that's the same advice that I would give to future students is, you at your fingertips now, you have a search engine. I didn't have that. There's so many opportunities. To just don't leave any rock unturned to find an opportunity to make it so the school doesn't have to be unaffordable.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly, I wish we could megaphone that for everybody to hear. And I just want to know also, scholarships are obviously created by people who leave funds. And so what would you like to say to those donors who made not only this scholarship that you won possible, including your student scholarships, your children's scholarships? Yes. What would you like to say to them?
Well, definitely a thank you. I wouldn't really probably be sitting here without scholarships that I had received in high school and throughout college. And I probably wouldn't look to pursue as eagerly my certificate without this opportunity. So definitely a thank you. And I hope that someday I'll be in the position, and my children will be in the position, to continue to give back to the community in the same way that we've received the benefits of.
That's very, very heartwarming. And is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience today?
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lindy.
Thank you.